Okay, so as you guys know, I've been playing Marvel Rivals for a hot minute since launch. I tried to get into the beta, failed, and then just, played as soon as it launched. Are we gonna talk about a serious problem I've run into, especially with the Times Square events going on? Marvel Rivals, of course, we all know has really bad optimization, really bad loading times, constant crashes, which they've been working on, much to NetEase's, like, give them the respect for trying to work on it. Now, on the other hand, something I've run into a lot in here is in chats in the Times Square, things are getting kind of gross. So something I've run into a lot the last few days especially is people erotic role-playing in Times Square and in games. Okay, none of us are here to listen to you get off or jerk it or whatever on the mic. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to see that in chat. We are kinda getting tired of it. And I say we because I'm in multiple rivals discords where people are getting fed up with this shit. And it's just gotten to a point where a lot of people don't want to go into anything but like comp games and stuff because of the fact that this is continuously going on. And we can't even report it really because of the censorship that NetEase has going on. So how are you supposed to actually acknowledge the problems going on? And I notice it keeps happening when there are clearly teenagers in the freaking lobbies, which is really gross. Now, as I couldn't report it because of the censorship issue, I have been very vocal about how disgusting this shit is in lobbies. I don't have any desire to deal with this shit. And it's just uncomfortable. Like, I have this feeling about VR chat as well, and I am a VR chat world creator. I feel really disgusted when I see people doing ERP in public lobbies and stuff. If you want to do that in your own private games, in your own private instances, where no one else is gonna stumble into that shit. It is disgusting. I've also noticed an abundance of people telling teenagers to start giving virtual dirty dances to get free skins in-game. Now, I don't really want to talk about this, and this is not NetEase's fault by any means. This is the fault of the players who keep doing this shit. Now, I will acknowledge NetEase has banned about 10 people, at least, in the last week for doing this stuff. Basically, they catch them, they have a staff come in, and they're like, oh, what the fuck? And then you see someone completely vanish from Times Square, and their account no longer shows as active. That is fine. That is, like, probably the most NetEase can do, besides an IP ban. And in that case, there might be other people living in their house, all that complicated stuff. But there's been an abundance of uptick in those behaviors, and I just don't like it because I've been here since the beginning, and the fact that the community has always had, toxic players, obviously. It's a competitive game. But now that we're having infiltration of just creepy people joining the game, I'm a little concerned. I know this is probably gonna be another monologue that people are gonna be a little upset about. Surprisingly, the 3DS monologue went really well, but I do fear what is gonna happen with this one. But I also wanted to kind of address it because I've seen it happen a lot. When I log into this and I see some young kid just asking because their parents don't have money because this is a free game for a skin, and then somebody responds with something like that, or you would just have freaking random players. Most recently, that's been an uptick in Gambit players, which I hate because I love Gambit. I've been playing Gambit, and I've been a huge fan of him in the comics for decades now. seeing them just do the most pervy, disgusting gooner shit. Like, again, if you want to do gooner shit, do that in the privacy of your own private areas and stuff. Don't do that out in public. No one wants to see that. No one wants to be a part of your kink. No one wants to be a part of your weird fetishization or any shit like that. Just stop. No one wants to see that. You know, I love just running around as Jeff and saying hello to people and telling people I love their skin, or I love how they have their profile pictures set up and stuff, because a lot of people do really cool stuff with the customization options that Rivals has, and I do love seeing that on profiles. But I have a strong disdain when I'm running around as Jeff, just being silly and goofy and trying to, cheer people up because the world fucking sucks right now. And then seeing really gross shit. Stop that. It's not cool. It doesn't make you funny. It doesn't make you cool. It just pisses a lot of people off. The only people who find it funny are the people who are doing the same shit you do. Now, I do want to acknowledge, I do have a positive video coming out about the Times Square events and about the Jeff event and stuff. It's going to be a longer video, actually, because it has quite a bit of footage, and it's really wholesome. I had some really good interactions meeting a few people within Times Square who just didn't have friends to play with for the Jeff event and were feeling kind of lonely in the holiday season, which I understand because I grew up in a really rough household. Some really fucked up stuff, which we've talked about on stream and on the channel before. And so, I do have a positive thing about the holiday season Rivals events coming up, but I feel like since this is becoming more common the last week or so, especially that, maybe addressing it would be better to do first instead of doing the positive video. Also, this is going to be a much shorter video, like I said, so it's not going to take near as much time as the other one is going to, which is going to take a lot of editing, things like that. So yeah. Just play the game and don't be weird, please.